Hello, and thanks for stopping by to check out my video. This is a hardcore soloing monk build that I call the running gun. Now, the idea behind the running gun is to give you the opportunity to control the battle by always being in the most advantageous position possible. The two skills to do that are Deadly Reach and Tempest Rush. Now, most players are not going to choose these skills as their primary and secondary choices. In fact, you'll probably see most people going with Way of 100 Fists in this spot, and in the secondary, Lashing Tail Kick. And that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's how you want to play, it's very viable. There's lots of good upgrades for both of them. Fists of Fury is particularly good with Wave 100 Fists. But the idea behind this build is a little different. The skills that go with it are all in support of being able to get in, do some damage, and get out, heal back up, go back in. It's a kiting type of idea, but it's kiting where you can stay in the pocket if that's where you want to be. Dance to the edge, sort of hovering just out of danger if you feel that's the best spot to be in the battle. Circle around the enemies if you want to do that. Basically allowing you to dash in, dash out, and continuously pepper all of the mobs with this wonderful Deadly Reach skill. Alright, so let's look at how it kind of works. First, Serenity is a must-have. It's your ultimate defensive skill. It does a lot of things, and when you add Peaceful Repose onto it, it gives you an additional much-needed heal. The 3-second immunity to all attacks and the ability to break locks. It's your number one safety net. Get me out of trouble, I'm gonna die if I don't have this skill kind of skill. Breath of Heaven is another heal. I've added Circle of Scorn onto it, which makes it a great two-way skill, both healing you and doing damage. It's very efficient, has a good cooldown, and you'll use it a lot. Mystic Ally. As you can see here, I've chosen Water Ally as opposed to the far more popular Air Ally. Most people are choosing the Air Ally because of the 100 spirit gain that you can possibly get when it procs. However, the chance of that happening is only 2%, and I feel it's a little bit too random to count on it. If you don't have any other way of gaining spirit, and you're in a little bit of trouble, and you're not getting that proc, it could be all over very quickly. So I prefer to not base my strategy on randomness where possible, and instead I like the Water Ally because of the good attack that he has, 120% of weapon damage, and also the slow. The slow kind of just giving that opportunity when necessary to again, get out of danger, catch your breath, heal up, and go back in. Complementing all of these is Mantra of Healing. I've put Circular Breathing on it, and this is essentially your sustainability skill. You're going to continuously regain your health, continuously regain your spirit, and it works very well with the kiting philosophy or the run and gun philosophy. You get in, you do your damage, you get out, you heal back up, full capacity, cooldowns, all ready to go, and you go back in. And that way you're not fighting at with limited options. And why do that if you don't have to? So we've already talked about Deadly Reach a little bit. I love the range, even though it's a small component of this. When you add Scattered Blows, the range becomes quite useful. And it's a nice AoE, and I think if you're going to solo, having some sort of AoE attack of this nature is more important than focused damage against one opponent. Now, going up against a boss I would recommend you actually do take this out, and this is the only time, and put in the Way of 100 Fists. But for regular adventuring through maps, I feel that Deadly Reach is your best option by far, especially with the Scattered Blows upgrade. It will really give you a maximum sort of tactical opportunity to be where you want to be in the fight, and in this type of game I feel that's critical. When we get to Tempest Rush, all I can say about this is I feel this is the best all-round skill for the monk. It does so much, particularly in its ability to move you around the battlefield, and again working with the whole run and gun idea. It also does damage when you're using it. Even if it didn't do any damage, I'd still think about keeping this. The fact that it does damage is a bonus. It also does a little bit of knockback. And sometimes you can continuously knock back with little bursts of Tempest Rush the same mob, so that he's not able to hit you at all. Or if it's the type of opponent that has a big attack and with a long attack animation and you can see it, you can actually run through the mob while he's doing that attack, go to its rear, and then he has to turn around to attack you, breaking his attack chain. Works fantastic. Or another great use for this would be if a health globe pops up, but it's just out of your reach. It's in behind a group of mobs and you need it. No problem. Just turn on Tempest Rush, go and get it, and then rush back out. If you're caught, if you're walled in, there's a group of 6 blues bearing down on you, no problem again. You just press your right mouse button, run right through them, and you're safe. So many ways to use this skill. The more you play with it, the more you will like it. Alright. Rounding all of that off, let's just look real quickly at the defensive skills. We've got Seize the Initiative, Pacifism, and One with Everything. Again, I've gone all defensive in the passive skills, and that's just because survivability is your #1 priority in hardcore. Yes, you have to do a lot of damage, otherwise you're not going to make any forward progress, but it's better to be safe than sorry, and concentrate in the DPS department with your weapon primarily. Okay, that's pretty much it for the build. If you're interested to see how it plays, you can check out any of my other videos under Lauren's Journey, a hardcore monk. And by the way, every video is in zoom mode for maximum video quality and I believe the most entertainment for viewing. Hopefully you enjoy it, and we'll see you again.